for it. So it's Virtua Tennis 2. And these cabinets is what you're going to find a lot of the Naomi games in here in the United States. They kind of are reminiscent of the. They have another version of this that's a bit smaller, and it's usually white and made of plastic. This thing is all steel, and it's honestly just not in good shape at all. Like this has a kind of the pedestal showcase type of setup. I think the newer modern white one, the control panel is closer to the screen, and it doesn't have nearly as big of a housing on the back, I think. I don't know. But this was cheap, and it's all going to be spare parts. And the monitor in it works. I have no idea who makes it, but it's most likely VGA. So I'm thinking that this might be the new monitor for the Tekken cabinet over in the other room, and it will probably also be the new home for the Soul Calibur 2. Okay, and on to this guy. This guy was a pretty good deal for me. You know, I don't like to throw out numbers too much, but let's just say this cost me just a little over $200. That, of course, doesn't include the cost in going down and picking up all this stuff, but, you know, I'm just saying that there are deals to be had out there. This was sold as is, not working. It was all taken apart and separated, so I had to go to the hardware store and get a bunch of nuts and bolts and stuff. So the coin box kind of is what holds this all together, and there's a bunch of connections that have to be made between the two machines. Now these, kind of like the Naomi, use fiber optic cables to network each other together, and I'm missing the little fiber optic connection board, so I'll have to get some fiber optic cable couplers, which I looked on eBay. You can get a dozen for about $5. They're nothing. So, but the plexiglass up here, unfortunately, is cracked up. But it actually looks pretty nice because the cracks kind of are all aligned, so you don't have any big holes or anything. I think there's some crack. Yeah, there's a big crack right there. So, you know, if I find a better header, you know, so be it. If I find better plexiglass, so be it. This machine, or these machines, are not in great shape by any means, but the monitors work. All the force feedback work. There's a little bit of issue with the sound, but I did find some wires unplugged, so I'm kind of working on that. Now this side over here has a ROM error. So during the attract mode, it freezes here, and there is the error and possibly the location of the ROM that's bad. So we're gonna have to look into that. And these are, God, I'm testing my knowledge here. I believe these are Model 3, Sega Model 3, and the actual boards, the big CPU cage, are under the seat. And these seats tip back with the base, so they're hinged and you lay them down. That's how you get to them. So there's actually quite a bit of boards in here because of all the force feedback. It has a separate MIDI board for the music. It's got 2 amplifiers for the surround sound and the subwoofer in the seat. So there's quite a bit going on there, as well as having a huge CPU and ROM cage inside each one. So right now they're not linked together, but you can actually play this one here that's frozen, but you have to insert quarters and select start before you get to this part of the attract mode, which is about a minute and a half in from when you power up the machine. So it's actually not that bad. I don't see why this machine got neglected. It's certainly a very fun game. both of us were playing it last night individually, and we can see that we're going to have a lot of fun with these games. It's a lot more challenging and a lot more realistic, more of a simulation than it is a game. But well, there you have it. So let's see, where can I move on to next? Everything's a really big mess in here. So of course, I have plenty of video on these. These are my Rush the Rocks. Got these from a mall up in Bellingham, Washington. Both of them work now. This monitor over here is actually a VGA monitor running through a video converter, and this one over here is a stock EGA monitor. So these are actually San Francisco Rush with the Rush the Rock upgrades. So it's got the original San Francisco Rush sign, and these are the the sequel is here, which is actually kind of cool to have these two cars. They just fit in a little edge holder up there. So the side art, which you won't be able to see the side art, but the side art's still the old San Francisco Rush. It's kind of like they only replaced the stickers on the ones that the areas that they could get to. They didn't bother taking the time to replace the side art. So I stuck this steering wheel on there. Of course, my brother-in-law Ted, he'll recognize this steering wheel. We got this, I don't know if we got this in trade or whatnot, but we had it lying around our garage, and I put it on there, and it gives the game a really good feel, actually. I want to find another one, maybe in blue, for this side over here. So, and lastly, this is my California Speed, and I bought this working, but it really wasn't working 100%. The potentiometer, or pot, in the brake pedal was broken, and what was happening is the game thought the brake was on all the time, and then someone was extremely hard with the shifter and busted out all the bushings in it. So I rebuilt the shifter, and I made some adjustments to the brake pedal to get it away from the dead spot, and now it works fine, and the monitor works fine, marquee works fine. The only thing I can say about this game, it's very cartoony. Like, you cannot lose this game if you actually play it correctly. So this one I might sell, or I might loan it out to a friend, but I'm not really happy with it so much. So I think I was just kind of in the mood to buy something, and the auction was getting close to ending. No one had bid on it, so I got it from the very the very starting bid. So that's about it. I apologize that I don't do any kind of video editing on any of my videos. They're all very raw. But hopefully you guys find this interesting. Any of my subscribers find this interesting. And what I really need to do is get a tripod. So as we wrap up here, I'll just show you my old Soul Calibur 2 is actually sitting outside here. So that's the old Soul Calibur 2 sitting outside. We're gonna go outside and strip the CPU out of it. I don't know that I want the monitor. The monitor is a very odd size, and it's not gonna fit any of the cabinets I have. So, I might give it away for free, or if someone else wants to make a main cabinet out of it or something like that, they can have it. So the monitor, I'd say it's in like C+, B- condition. So there you have it. That's my arcade. Well, actually, I forgot. There's upstairs in this room, a lonely bootlegged Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition. And I did check the board. It is a bootleg board, but it doesn't get any love. It's in a Williams Sinistar cabinet, and everything works on it. It's just a bootleg, and the cabinet's in really poor shape, and it's nothing really excited to get to look at. But a friend of a friend gave it to me. I need to get it down here, get it cleaned up. I was almost thinking of pulling the board out of it and then selling the cabinet to someone that wanted to turn it back into a Cinestar, because that's where the money would be, is converting it back to the original. So yeah, the Neo Geo, the monitor's a little bit on the red side. I do need to adjust that. I don't want that red gun to get damaged from going too red all the time. So there you have it. You're kind of up to date with everything here, and I'll start making some videos of stuff that I do, because I'm gonna set myself a budget each month, and I'll do little repairs here and there. I'll do modifications, do some cleanup on them, show you my progress as I clean them up. So hope you enjoy this, and see you again. Thanks for watching.